Noah's Ark, the story and what the Bible tells us. The story of Noah's Ark is one of the most compelling narratives in history and faith. For thousands of years, it has captured the imaginations of people from all walks of life. Filled with themes of faith, survival, and hope, this story has been passed down through generations, leaving a legacy not just as a biblical tale, but as a profound metaphor for resilience and renewal. In this video, we'll focus on a pivotal moment in this story, the recounting in Genesis 8, 1-5. Through this passage, we'll explore what happened when the waters began to recede and the ark finally came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Let's set sail on this incredible journey and uncover the deeper meaning behind one of history's most beloved stories. The story of Noah's Ark begins long before the floodwaters rise. It unfolds in a world where humanity had lost its moral compass. According to the Bible, the earth was filled with corruption and violence, and God, seeing the grievous state of creation, decided to start anew. Amid this darkness, however, one man stood out: Noah. Noah is described as a righteous and blameless man, someone who walked faithfully with God. In Genesis 6, God commands Noah to build an enormous ark and to gather his family and pairs of every animal to board this vessel. This ark would protect them from the coming flood, a divine judgment that would cleanse the earth. Noah obeys without hesitation, showcasing not only his faith, but his extraordinary trust in God's plan. The ark, as described in the Bible, is a massive structure made of cypress wood, built to endure the violent floodwaters. It was not a ship with sails, but a floating refuge, a metaphor for the protection granted by God to those who follow His word. In the midst of the chaotic floodwaters, Genesis 8, 1 reveals a powerful turning point. But God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and He sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. The phrase, "God remembered Noah," is incredibly significant. It does not imply that God had forgotten him, but rather highlights divine faithfulness. This moment is a reminder of God's covenantal love and ultimate plan to restore balance and harmony to the world. Imagine Noah's perspective at this time. Days had turned into weeks, and weeks into months, as the ark floated aimlessly over an endless expanse of water. For Noah and his family, this was not merely a physical trial, but a test of their unwavering faith. This verse signals the start of God's intervention to bring the flood to an end and to replenish the earth. As the floodwaters began to subside, Genesis 8, 4 notes a symbolic moment. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. This event marks a turning point in the story. After being adrift for weeks, the ark finally comes to rest on solid ground, a comforting sign of safety and stability. Mount Ararat is often associated with the modern region near the borders of Turkey, Armenia, and Iran. For centuries, explorers and historians have speculated about its location, adding to the mystery and fascination surrounding this story. The ark's resting on the mountaintop is significant not just geographically, but symbolically. It represents firm ground in a tumultuous world, a return to stability after chaos. It is also a poignant reminder of God's plan in action, offering hope amidst uncertainty. Genesis 8, 5 continues by stating, "The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible." Picture this moment through the eyes of Noah and his family. After months of floating over the vast, featureless floodplain, they began to see the first glimpses of land, the peaks breaking through the surface of the water. It was a sign that the ordeal was nearing its end. This process, however, was slow and deliberate. The water did not disappear overnight, and Noah and his family still needed patience and fortitude. Even in moments of hope, they were reminded to trust God's timeline, not their own. The moment when the mountaintops became visible is an emotional highlight. For Noah's family, it symbolized a new beginning, one where life could once again flourish and the promise of renewal would come to fruition. Genesis 8, 1-5 is not just a historical account. It is laden with metaphorical insights that resonate even today. The floodwaters represent chaos, destruction, and judgment, while the ark embodies salvation and divine grace. God's act of sending a wind to recede the waters mirrors the notion of providing hope and a path forward amidst despair. The mountains of Ararat, too, carry a layered meaning. They illustrate the concept of elevation, both literally and spiritually. Just as the ark was lifted above the chaos of the waters, so too are believers called to find higher ground in their faith during trying times. Noah's patience throughout the receding waters reflects an enduring lesson: trust in divine timing. Often, life's challenges do not resolve as quickly as we'd like, but Noah's steadfastness reminds us that hope and perseverance can sustain us. The story of Noah's Ark is not isolated to the Bible. It has parallels in other ancient flood narratives, including the Mesopotamian Epic of Gilgamesh. These cross-cultural stories suggest that a collective memory of a great flood existed among ancient civilizations, lending historical weight to the narrative. Over centuries, the story has been retold in various forms: art, literature, and oral traditions, reflecting its universal appeal. For many, it provides comfort and inspiration, emphasizing themes of survival, faith, and renewal. Aboard the Ark, humanity and creation remained united, sharing a journey of hope. While this video focuses on Genesis 8:1-5, it's important to note the fuller story's conclusion. As the waters receded, Noah eventually released a dove to find dry land. When the earth was finally ready for habitation, Noah offered a sacrifice to God, expressing gratitude and acknowledging divine mercy. In response, God made a covenant with Noah, symbolized by the rainbow, promising never again to destroy the earth with a flood. This moment solidified humanity's renewed relationship with the Creator and the hope for a better future. This story transcends its biblical context to offer valuable lessons for families and history enthusiasts alike. It speaks to the importance of faith, the power of perseverance, and the beauty of renewal after hardship. For families, Noah's Ark is a gateway to discuss deeper themes like trust, doing what is right despite challenges, and believing in divine guidance. These lessons offer fertile ground for meaningful conversations across generations. For history enthusiasts, the story connects us to humanity's collective past and reminds us of the rich traditions and interpretations found in ancient literature and archaeology. Noah's story is not merely about what happened, but about what it represents: resilience, unity, and hope in the face of overwhelming odds. As we reflect on Genesis 8, we see that Noah's journey is more than just a story of survival. It is a testament to faith and renewal. The Ark, coming to rest on the mountains of Ararat, is a symbol of stability and hope, both then and now. Let us hold on to the enduring lesson of Noah's Ark. Even amidst life's storms, there is always a divine plan guiding us toward renewal and brighter days ahead.